Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Trials of Mana, I guess is what it's actually called. I'm the Mysterious JG. For you guys, these videos come out one a day. For me, I actually took several hours break, but I left it paused on this screen, not intending to be gone as long as I was, so... TV screen had showed something different, I guess. I don't think there's such a thing as PS4 burn, but if there is, my PS4 now has indefinitely, irrevocably... the business end of I guess we're meant to baby female dragon's ass. But anyway, we got the dragon. We got like some of the most there's I don't know how many video game musical themes stick in my head over the years. There's a couple of tracks I really like in a few of the RTK games, and a couple of tracks from the Mega Man series that are pretty banging. But this is one of my all-time favorite, short, repetitive, but just really, upbeat, happy themes. And we're going to have this theme playing as we go to the Mana Holy Land and try to shut down a bunch of really nasty bad folks and save the world. I'm not sure which town that was. Is that Fortress Town Jad? That's, right up in your... Or it might have been Forcina? I don't really know. Not really the most important thing to be worrying about right now. The important thing to be worrying about is getting the Mana Sword before the baddies and saving the world. This, I've mentioned the Benevodons, and the game has hinted at that. We are not, about to win the game, but this is the first point where they kind of tease that, oh, maybe the game's about to end. Bunch of dead beastmen, bunch of dead Navarre soldiers. Pretty exciting, and all the dead bodies, too, huh? So they must have had a...
These are the forces that entered the sanctuary before us. They destroyed each other. It's awful.
It's actually great. I mean, it's a lot less guys for us to fight, Angela. Duran, always a pragmatist. But yes, the theme of, war for power over the others is bad. Whoa, interesting. Once you reach level 38, you can use a class item at the special mana statue. Oh, you have to be at the special mana statue. That's right, you can't use a regular mana stone. I had forgotten that. You can't have the items at this point. So it does seem a bit easy for them, early for them to give you the tutorial, but I guess there's no other rational time to do it. They're mentioning to you to keep an eye out for them. Once you reach level 38, you can use a class item at the special mana statue in the Sanctuary of Mana to switch from Class 2 to Class 3. The question seeds you find in treasure boxes or dropped by enemies grow into class items when you plant them in a magic pot.
Men in first are gonna get the Mana Sword.
Let's find that sword quick. We have to get it first, or my mother might never acknowledge me.
And that's what's important here. I mean, the world being destroyed by the force of darkness... Yeah, but your personal shit with your mom, that obviously trumps everything. So angry at my mom. Drop in some silver item seeds. Still want to hold that gold one. Because I do not believe one more seed would make the difference here. And obviously keeping our eyes out for a little cactus. We can't interact with these various guys. But yeah, generally we had beast soldiers, Navarre soldiers, and Altenish soldiers. Looks like... I don't remember if the enemies here are influenced by which force you're going to face, but... we should expect, with Duran and Angela having personal connections with the Altenish forces, we should be expecting the story to move in the direction of Altena winning this fight. It can go, in any of three different directions, depending on which force is kind of your force that you... Although, hold on, I'm seeing ninjas over there, so maybe I'm speaking too soon here. Battle hadn't begun yet, and the guy was already shooting missiles at us. That seems unfair. I'm trying to... Okay. So let's see Thunderstorm, because we haven't seen it yet. Although, I should try to see... The mages are going to be resistant to all elemental magic. But I could at least check the golems. They do not appear to have a weakness. It's no reason it would be earth. No particular reason it would be darkness. And you guys are resistant. The mages are resistant to dark. Are they also resistant? Yeah, they're just resistant to all elemental magic. So let's use some Thunderstorm against these guys. And again, she's got that delivery. Like, she's just happy to be utilizing the magic of destruction. You wish I was going to come to you.
know my mother will acknowledge me. I just know it.
So we just way jumped the gun as far as caring about which enemies we were fighting, because in fact all three groups have their kind of party of guys around. You guys might be weak against light because you're werewolves, but this game doesn't really consider werewolves. Oh, Wolfman is weak. Sorry, to Holy Bolt, Lucent Beam. The regular old dogs are not considered really to be werewolf dogs. They're just kind of dogs. And dogs are not generally considered to be evil. Got candy. One of my house, I want to give you candy. There's a whole side path over here we did not check. So they're just like enjoying the view. Oh no, now they're suddenly running around.
Watch out.
Couple of lucre, change to daytime. I don't remember if that's going to affect the Wolfmen, make them easier to defeat. It would, logically. Or are they different? Are they different enemy types?
All right, I'll clear your way.
They're Wolfmen, and they might have been like super wolves or something before. I don't know. I don't know if the game, the different days of the man a week affect magic strength, including for enemies. I don't know that there's a similar. Oh, now it's ninjas with tomatoes. Since when are the tomatoes part of this lady's evil plan? Attack of the kill tomatoes. Ninjas might be affected by light, or they might not. So I was actually thinking between sessions that the tomatoes actually face their death with dignity, and if someone in my position, I really should be feeling kind of a kinship with the tomatoes, right? You know, because I'm not trying to get morbid here, but you know, I am facing some pretty serious stuff right now, and you could do worse than follow the approach of these tomatoes. Back on that island. But then I remembered that they have super high evade rate and summon lots and lots of nuisance monsters and the actual secret of mana, and decided, fuck these tomatoes. I'm glad they're all going to die. Or at least the pacifist ones on that one island that I have no reason to hate. Yeah. I don't feel that much sympathy for them anymore.
I know what to do.
So just going to flat out win this one because, I love that I used the power of darkness to defeat those dogs. Oh, and Wolfmen are not affected by it at all, so I can't... Okay, I can't be spamming evil as my thing to level up because there's enemies here that are completely immune to it. Which makes it, obviously, not a logical choice for this.
Time to get that sword of mana and wake up the goddess. I'm gonna be the strongest sword master in the world.
I'm gonna beat the Crimson Wizard. Then Angela's gonna realize that I'm like a real cool dude. She's gonna like date me. She might even let me touch her boobs, man. Nice. Critical hit on somebody who's armored, so it really didn't do that much at all, actually. It was kind of terrible. We can tell. You don't have to keep saying that. Weep, whoop, whoop, whoop. No little cacti left, not even hiding in this little cranny. Oh, actually, it does look like there's a... I'm able to hit that from here? Oh, it's actually... Okay, there is a stretch of path ahead, which we would logically be seeing from here. A new path appeared. I find you guys particularly annoying, so I'm going to try to avoid you. The evasion roll does reset your escape counter, though, so... Something happened that healed one of them. Well, steel sharpens steel with Duran and these werewolves. He seems to handle them fairly well. Get a little bit of acid reflux from dinner.
This one is so annoying.
Watch out!
Okay, well, this new path is over here somehow, then we missed it. Unless we were meant to jump up on here. Which I do not believe is the case. Somehow over here I missed a path that would take us up. Probably because I was trying to run away from enemies and not exploring properly. Here it is. Oh, you know, I did switch over to Evil Gate again. Okay, if I'm going to stick with something, it should be Holy Bolt. But it's probably no particular... I'm not getting much out of sticking with one element here, and I really don't remember the nature of the boss we might fight at the end of all this.
Barely broke a sweat.
Who's that, Twoo? Again, this is a dungeon that might change. It might not be that this exact version is repeatable. Don't remember for sure. And that's just the stairs down for future, right? Yeah. So yeah, that might be a reason there's might not be little cacti here. Or I could just be missing them because I'm not searching carefully enough. So we've got two different golden mana statues ahead. Often, not necessarily we can use this. Okay. Switch to the character class. Okay, got it. Couple of lucre, just kind of hanging around. Couple of haters. Oh! Oh! New information, guys. The game is telling us that we can use the special mana statue up there to change classes.
Who is switching classes?
Okay, I can't just actually...
Oh, you want to wait? That's okay.
It happens to all the guys sometimes. It's a bit of a stretch to make that that sort of joke, but I did it. And I'm not proud of it, but it happened. But yeah, everything I just said about how this dungeon might not be repeatable, forget it. Yeah, if the only way to switch to second tier classes here, I take it back. I doubt that will be inaccessible. It might be that the map changes. And yeah, we're definitely now in a new section where we're fighting like crazy powered up these guys. King Rabbite, baby. King Rabbite has no weakness. Much like T-Booker. I don't think the other ones have an elemental weakness either.
Of course you won.
It's frickin' Rabbites! Silver item seed? Part of me even wants to go back to the beginning of this place and try for more item seeds, but or try to see if we got enough to cash in, but there's no great rush on that. We're not going to start getting the question mark seeds for a while. And even then, they always drop class change items, so I don't know how they would determine which ones are better than others. Is that his like summon magic attack? That's weird. So again, searching every nook and cranny for little cactus and similar treasures. Nothing is over.
All done.
And we got an item seed. Never mind getting item. Like, once we get to level 5 pot, getting, like, regular old run-of-the-mill item seeds that aren't gold or question is kind of, like, probably be considered suboptimal loot drops. But up until we get to that level 5 pot, they're handy. We just need a bunch of that stuff to level that thing up, and then we don't care about them anymore. And we want to level them up so that the gold seeds, there's rainbow seeds later. I don't even know if you get them during the main plot. And nice. Just love, because area of effect is not like an automatic gonna work every time thing. So anytime I can get it to work, even if it's not that big of a deal, I'm just pretty happy. Like, why do I need to use magic against a rabbite? Nah, but I got plenty. I'm a weft. I'm a white. I'm a wong. Okay. Thought I saw fancy loots over there, but I was mistaken. It's the mana sword, I believe. Not sure how it's not been molested by any of the forces that came previously, but it appears to be unmolested by the forces that came previously. You really should let Duran... I know Angela's the main character, but this feels more like Duran's quest. Shouldn't he at least try?
Oh, don't rush it. You have to feel the connection to the sword in your heart.
Nothing against female protagonists, but this really does feel like it would be Duran's moment. But I guess the sword is not literally just a sword. It's a form of a magical instrument used to create the world, so thinking about it literally as a sword might be a little off base. And women can use swords as well. It's Duran's the freaking swordsman guy. Hi, I'm the Mana Sword. Let's go fuck up your mom. And you know that she's ready for combat when she grasps the sword in her shoulder-length, velvet-looking gloves with the pearls.
I got the sword of mana.
And we didn't have to fight any of the evil forces. How convenient. But methinks things might still go wrong. Cameraman got way too close to Fairy, for example.
My mother. Fairy, did you
Fairy, what's going on? Fairy? Fairy!
Oh, come on, Fairy. Where are you? I got the sword like you wanted. Now what do I do?
Start playing another game in the Mana series because this one's over and we've won? Hi, I'm Super Fairy. She's the minute bowl of fairies. Is this like Fairy's true form, or is this the Mana Goddess?
I am a shadow of the goddess of Mana.
So she's not the Mana Goddess, she's a shadow.
Angela, true wielder of my sword.
Suck it, Duran.
You are the goddess of mana? Well, do you know where Fairy ran off to?
Fairy was taken prisoner by the forces of evil.
What?
Please, you must go to her.
I can't. I really can't do anything.
Evil what? That doesn't help me. Please, goddess, how do I save Fairy?
That's got a good point. It's not very specific.
How am I supposed to use this sword? I don't understand.
Give it to Duran. He's a swordsman.
Mana has all but disappeared from the world. Soon, the Mana tree will wither and die, and I will be no more.
Yeah, we all got problems.
There is nothing more that I can do for you all, except leave you with this.
Don't get obsessed with what your mother thinks. Ah. Because actually, until we get that thing, we can't use Flamey.
As well as your companions. May the blessings of Mana be with you
If
always.
Flammy flies us here for plot purposes, but we don't actually get Flammy until we get the drum. Angela and her compatriots in kind of a bad spot here. We don't have a lot of clear guidance on what to do. Luckily, the game will gold star us the right path, but still. Hopefully we have a cinematic where we talk about it and kind of figure it out, because we don't got much to go on right now. Mind Fairy. Well, despite the nature of this drum,
How could they take her?
they took her. Where did they take her? Oh, I completely fell asleep to the fact that there's going to be enemies here. It's the triple axle attack, tag team finisher of Rybaxel plus one other guy. I think did some damage. You don't want to get caught in the middle of that nonsense.
You wish.
That's the spirit.
I'm on the job. Healing light.
Come on.
Don't keep me waiting.
So we probably want to get the fairy flute out of our inventory because we will never actually need it again. So we'll switch it out. Well, hold on. Where do I... How do I get it out? Remove. Okay. And we're going to want to bring in the... Flamey drum already in there? No. It's... Oh, fairy flute was from Kianos. Never mind. Okay, it's all good. Actually, you know, while I'm in here, day to night, that actually does come up periodically. Succubus claw, magic rope. I didn't mean to do that. Instead, I meant to throw in the flamey drum and we have a lot of darts we could be using, but they're really not that useful. Deals wood magic damage, chance of poisoning the enemy, and absorbing MP. It's actually pretty nice. But actually, what we need are Poto oils. Because I should have bought some of those. I thought I had bought some of these. Maybe I bought some of them on a different save slot. That's probably what happened, actually. So... Mushroom Eye, chance of putting enemy to sleep, not that useful. This one's kind of useful. Then Mama Poto oil, Choban oil. Poto oil is more useful, but I need to go out and buy some. And as I recall, this is not a simple walk back to the end of this area. We're going to have some plot events, not necessarily risky battles, but some plot events will accompany our attempt to just stroll back to where we once belonged. Freaking mana statue didn't even heal us. I think I'm going to try to ignore you guys.
All right, clear your way.
See you around. Fine then.
Or a square.
Retreat!
Retreat. Yeah, he's trying to deliver too many voice lines at once there. So we can only call Flamey from a few specific spots. Inconveniently. And then what was I saying about there being some... Oh.
Gormond! Are you the one who took Barry?
Yes, and I ate her. Game over.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. It wasn't me. If it were, I would have done away with all of you and stolen the sword instead of waiting here.
You think so, huh?
No, please.
I jet out my chest in
I'm
defiance.
speaking hypothetically, it pains me to see the sword of mana right in front of me, but I have orders to leave you whole. The one who stole Fairy from you also obliterated my master, the Masked Mage.
Can you handle it?
Along with his entire fortress, Mirage Palace.
Sucks to be you.
My hands are tied. If I don't do as they say, they won't let me live. And so I am only here as a messenger.
Curious to see, and this is how it's going to work. This is the point in the story where two of the three villain factions basically get blown off, and the villain faction specific to your hero asserts itself as the main threat. That being said, I wonder, is Charlotte going to ask him about the Tainted Mage? Because that would be kind of a big deal for her.
Yes. I'm well aware that they will do away with me once I fulfill my purpose. I'm merely cooperating until I can make my escape.
Gotta give it to Gormond. He's out for number one.
Rambling on again. I'm sure you can.
He's not too. His like main overall plot is scampered, but he's not giving up. He's just gonna be like, well, Master Mage's not taking over, but I'm still gonna try to get the F out. And
That's done. Word of advice: it's best to just admit defeat. Farewell.
Farewell, my
oh, here we go. Thank you.
Where's he, you meanie?
Who? Oh, right. The magic corrupting him is, probably lifted now that my master is dead. I heard it left him quite confused, however. We lost track of him, but good riddance. I have better things to worry about than his well-being. Like mine. Goodbye.
So that's pretty cool. It's a very in character way for Gormond to approach the answer,
Still lost.
but
Poor Heath.
there's still hope for Carly's
Promise.
plotline.
I'll
Charlotte's.
find you as soon as we defeat this bad guy.
Razor Ramon must be stopped, but once he is, we're coming to help you, Heath. And with that dumbass joke, it's time to call it a video. When we come back next time, we will continue our pursuit of the person who kidnapped Fairy, who is clearly the bad guy Razor Ramon. Thanks for watching.